What's up, guys? All right, it's been a little while trying to get back into this a little bit, so I came down to Myrtle Beach to actually play a few rounds of golf and hang out and stuff like that. So I wanted to tell you all a little bit about my EDC while I'm here. There's a lot of redundancy in this that I bring on vacation. I kind of wanted to share this with you, and one thing some of y'all may not think about that I think about every time I go on vacation. So with that being said, let's jump into this. We're actually going to go ahead and get that one out of the way because that's probably one of the least things you care about. But that is the key. I actually have a new car now. I figured out that I could actually buy a gas saver vehicle, and the payment is actually cheaper than what I spend on gas per month in my truck by driving it daily. So I actually save money by having another vehicle. But when I say redundancy, like I bring my key, of course, to the vehicle. It is a Toyota. But I also bring a second key. This is the key I normally carry. It has my house key on it. And the reason I do that is because, I'm down here by myself. My cousin is staying up in Cherry Grove, but I'm down here by myself. If I lose a car key, and even if I bring my family with me, I still do this. If I lose a car key, if I misplace a car key, something like that, I still have another car key. A lot of times I'll just lock this in like my vehicle or lock the safe in my vehicle and put it in it, something like that. Whereas even if I have to call a locksmith to come in and open my car door for me, I have a key inside it now that I can actually start it. I'm not just stranded because I got the car door open, but no key to start it. So I always bring my spare key that I get with the vehicle. And if you buy a vehicle that don't have a spare key, I encourage you to do that. Just for stuff like that. People lose their keys all the time, and sometimes they don't find them. So I always bring your spare key. You don't have to carry two keys with you all the time, but always bring a spare key. And that way, if you lose one at the beach or something like that, and you say, I don't take my keys to the beach. I took my key to the beach the day before yesterday because I had drinks in the car and I didn't want to keep running back to the room. I was at my cousin's condo and I didn't want to keep running back and forth to the room. So I took my key so I could just walk to my car, get my Yeti, and get drinks. So therefore, I'm a little sunburnt. That's why I'm itching. I always have a spare key. If I'd lost it at the beach, I could still, drive my vehicle home. Next is just my wallet. Now, I always carry a Ridge wallet at the house, but when I go to the beach, I bring some cash. I always bring cash. I don't know why. Just in case something happens, I always have cash on me at the beach, and usually around $800 to $1,000-ish. So that won't fit in a Ridge wallet, so I have to resort back to a standard wallet. This is a saddleback leather wallet, like a 100-year warranty. I will say this. If I carry just a traditional wallet for very long, I start getting sciatica pain. So that's why I switched from that to the Ridge wallet. No sciatica pain at all since I've been going to the Ridge wallet, or since I've been carrying a Ridge wallet. I've been carrying that for like 2 or 3 years now. Miguel, a subscriber, bought me that, and I've used it ever since. No issues at all. Now the watch I've been using down here is the Garmin Instinct Solar. I really like this watch. I don't know what that was. Oh, it's a reflection back into me. I was like, what is that showing right there? But it's a reflection back to me. The Garmin Instinct Solar. You can buy these that aren't solar and they're a little cheaper, but I do like the solar ones better. If you're out in the sun a lot, especially down here, somehow, like when you charge this, it has like the day that are left, like 22 days, I think. It goes up to like 25 days, I think it is, whenever I charge it, 24, 25. Excuse me. I've got a cough, I can't get rid of it for like 3 months. But as you're out in the sun, that goes up. I don't know if it's just anticipating that if you're just going to remain in the sun, it's just not going to go dead. I don't know. But this and my G-Shock are both solar. That way, if something crazy happens and I don't have a way to charge it, the sun will do it for me. Here's where we get into some more redundancies. 2 is 1, 1 is none kind of thing. Now, while I've been down here, I've been carrying this little Malkoff bodyguard. I love this little light. I've been carrying it for many, many years. You can see the wear on the back of it there where I've dropped it and just used it. Took a lot of abuse. Actually threw one of these off the top of my house. It was like 27 foot. Hit the ground, stayed on, stayed running. I did put the knurled ending on it right there, the little end cap bezel, I guess it's called. Just in case you have to actually hammer nails or something. Then I have the Bodyguard 2. This also has the knurled bezel. This is a little bit or a lot bigger light. You can see right here how much bigger this light is. I haven't been carrying this because it's more substantial in my pocket, and when I'm at the beach I like to be a little bit minimalistic, so I have been carrying the smaller light. So it's a little bit easier to carry, just a little bit not as noticeable when you're walking around. Just doesn't fill up as much room. Now here's a brand new knife that I bought, I think it was last week. It's actually like a day before I come down here. I got the first one and it didn't work right. So I had to go back to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and luckily they had another one in stock, and I got to test it before I bought it or exchanged it. I didn't buy it, I already bought it before I exchanged it. But it is the Microtech Scarab 2. Now this has the new button. And this button right here is way easier to manipulate than the old ones. It used to take a lot of force to actually open these OTFs, and this is actually, even the larger ones were harder than the small ones like the Ultratech, but this one is actually easier to manipulate than my Ultratech is. It is amazing. You can see the little scarab right there on the pocket clip, and it does still have like the glass breaker on it. And it has like some traction tape. But the first one, you would push the button forward and it'd work. And I was playing with it right after I got it, and I pushed the button forward one time and the blade didn't deploy. And I was like, what's going on here? And I stood there and I let go of it and I pushed it back, and I thought, well, maybe I did something wrong. And I pushed it forward again, it didn't deploy, but the blade was sticking out just a little bit, so I pulled it out like you're supposed to re-engage it, and worked it back. It worked a little bit and then it quit working again. And I was like, what in the crap is going on? So I held the button forward that time, and after like 4 or 5 seconds, 6 seconds, the blade deployed. After holding it forward, there was like a big delay in deploying the blade, and I was like, that's not right. So I messed with it a little more, and it kept doing it, and I took it back to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, which I don't live crazy too far from. It is easy to drive there for me. I go there on once or twice a month, and the girl took it back and was like, it seems to be working. And I took it and did it like 4 or 5 times and it quit working. I shook it and the blade come out. She was like, I see now. So if you get one of these, mess with it a little bit, make sure it works, because this is a new mechanism inside that makes it easier to run, and it actually had me a little nervous, but this one's been 100% and I've run it quite a bit, so no issues there. But I also have the MSI from Microtech. Microtech has become one of my favorite knife companies. And I really like Microtech, but this is the redundancy. If something happens, I lose that one, or something happens to that one, if it quits working again, I actually have a manual folder that I can carry now. I don't carry 2 knives, but I have 2 with me. I have another bag that I keep this stuff in when I'm just not using it. When it's not like the flashlight and the manual knife stays in a different bag. Now, here's what you all are going to be interested in. I do have the Glock 42. This is actually what I've been carrying mostly. It's just small, it's discreet. I think this is just a holster I got off Amazon. I ain't even gonna lie. It was just something cheap, and it was in a hurry, and I needed a holster in a hurry. And I just picked this one up. The only thing I did to this, I did put on night sights, but everything else is stock on this little gun. And This is what I've been carrying mostly. I have carried this, as you all will notice. This is pretty familiar. The SIG P365 custom that I put together. This is on my video of the best EDC pistol ever made in the Tuxton tactical holster. This just takes up a little more real estate, and when I'm at the beach, sometimes I will carry that, but most time it's something smaller. Like the 42. Again, minimalistic. I like having something like this to keep in the room mainly, or if I'm going somewhere that I've never been before, maybe I'll carry something a little bigger. But in most places I'm gonna go down here I'm pretty familiar with, and I stick with the 42 and usually a backup magazine. But that's pretty much everything I carry while I'm down here. I did bring some more stuff like my iPad, my cell phone, which I'm filming this on, so I can't show it to you, some tripods, stuff like that to film with. And then it's just a crap load of clothes, some hats, golf clubs, cooler, drinks, just the normal stuff while you're at the beach. I actually did not even bring a chair or a towel or anything like that. I did bring an umbrella, but we never bring chairs back from the beach. They just pile up and sit around, they rot. So anytime we go to the beach, I give chairs away. I actually gave this one to my cousin. I bought it, used it one day, gave it to him because I knew I wasn't going to bring it back home. And if I did, it was just going to sit there and rot or mold or something. So I'd just throw it away eventually anyway. Usually we leave them by the elevator, or we'll leave them in the parking garage, or something, just so if somebody else needs them, they're there and they can have them. I don't know if they get thrown away or if somebody sees them and says, hey, there's a couple chairs, I think I'll take those. Either way, it doesn't matter. If you see me at the beach and I'm leaving, I probably got some chairs you can have if you need them. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, let me know. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's good to be back. I'm glad to be feeling a little bit better from all the loss. I appreciate all the love that you all have gave me. It's meant a tremendous amount to me, and it's helped me get through this difficult situation. I'll see you guys next time.